Now, Ogoni land in the oil-rich Niger Delta region of Nigeria has been in the news since 1995 for, well, not so good reasons, as that was the year that renowned environmentalist Ken Saro-Wiwa was hanged by the Abacha regime, bringing to an end his many years of environmental activism. The issues at the heart of the agitation that led to his gruesome murder are still very much around. Subsequent efforts by the Nigerian government to assuage his kinsmen are thus far considered inadequate, including an indifferent clean-up project, incomplete road projects, and other infrastructure. The special purpose vehicle, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NTDC, in the eyes of the people, has also been abysmal. Well, for further illumination of this matter, we are now being joined by Akpobari Celestine. He is an Ogoni man, an environmental activist as well. Welcome to the program. It's great to have you reconnect. We tried this yesterday. Hopefully we'll have a smooth conversation today.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, Nigerians.
Good afternoon. So let me begin by asking you about the cleanup. Experts have said Ogoni cleanup will require many years of intensive work. But what is the state of the cleanup? Can you tell us? And are the Ogoni people, are you happy with the level of cleanup exercise so far?
Well, the cleanup of Ogoni is a very technical issue. Just like you said, the report states that the cleanup will take over 30 years, to complete. And the audit report was completed in August 2011. In fact, precisely it was submitted to Mr. President then, Goodluck Jonathan, on the 4th of August 2011. So upon the assumption of power by President Muhammadu Buhari, he set up the governance structure. In fact, he launched the project on the 2nd of June 2016 and set up the governance structure by September of that year. So the project office was set up in March 2017. So they have to do some soil tests. People were expecting that because they have set up the project office that the machine will just go to site the next day. But because it has taken over 5 years, before the effort by President Buhari, our land is permeable. So the P has percolated down to the water table. So they needed to do some soil tests, train people that we carry out those analysis, for them to properly ascertain the level of pollution before the cleanup will come in. And that took quite some time until about 2019 when they awarded the first 21 lots.
Okay. I came across, Mr. Akpobari, I came across an interview with Governor Duyediri where he was encouraging some of the people on the cleanup committee that they should expect to see more as regards the degradation and the cleanup response to Ogoni land with the PIB. So I want to ask, we've been so preoccupied with the 3%, 5%, 30% frontier basin exploration. Have you seen enough in the draft PIB to encourage you that this matter will be further addressed?
In the past, now the project on the fact that the Honorable Minister, Dr. Mahmoud Abubakar, is willing to do a fast one. The project coordinator, Professor Philip Sokolo, has a lot of expertise in this field, and you have a complete new board in place, both the Board of Trustees and the Governing Council. So I know that in no time from now, you'll begin to see results. In fact, as I speak, for the first time, contractors are already in some Ogoni villages fixing water that we have yearned for all these years. So I think more water projects will be awarded in no distant time. So it will take quite some time to actually do all, but I think it is better late than never.
Okay, Mr. Akpobari, I suspect you didn't hear my question. I seem to have interrupted your response. So let me take that question again. The Governor Duyediri seemed to be saying that the PIB held a promise of even further intervention as regards the cleanup. Now we have seen the draft bill, and even though we've been preoccupied with other matters of 3%, 5%, and 30% exploration, what do you see in the PIB that encourages you that further intervention will take place as regards the cleanup and the degradation of Ogoni land?
Well, to say the least, the PIB is an embarrassment to the Niger Delta people and oil producing community. It's a big embarrassment because the 10% we even asked for is not too much. And you are giving up paltry 3% and telling us that every community that pipeline passes or whatsoever is now a host community, and that 30% of NNPC profit to be, distributed, to people that live in, So I think there is nothing encouraging in that report, and we have said that Mr. President should not assent to it. So there is no hope in that report for the community people. But thank God the Ogoni cleanup thing does not depend on that. I think polluter pays principle. Those who polluted the land are cleaning up the land.
Well, very quickly, let's talk about the controversial NTDC purpose vehicle. Now it's about the management. Why is there so much scramble for the control and the management of that special purpose vehicle, the NTDC? It will seem as if there's more about selfishness, relevance than what the purpose vehicle itself was established to do. To develop the Niger Delta region and, of course, to assuage the people who have been shortchanged. What are your thoughts?
Well, the NTDC has been a cash cow. They make it and take it. It's their ATM machine. They use it as much as they want to do. We have not benefited anything from the NTDC. And if the system does not change, if they don't change the way things are done, we'll continue like this. They use it to fund campaigns. They share it among those at the presidency. So you have heard reports that members of the National Assembly used to have a huge chunk of the contract. As soon as any budget is passed, they take over 50% and share it among themselves. And most of these people take this contract, take the mobilization, in fact, some of them have full payment, they receive full payment, and they don't do anything at all. So if nothing is done about the NTDC, the NTDC remains the way it is.
Okay, thank you. We're going to have to, Mr. Akpobari, we're going to have to leave it there for now. Thank you for giving us your time, and we look forward to hearing progress is made in this area of Ogoni cleanup.